It's Friday, it's 2 o'clock in the UK, it's 9 a.m. on the East Coast. Hello, Angelika.
Hello, Stephen.
How
Hello.
are you today, and what is the weather like?
The weather's actually very nice,
It is.
surprisingly,
We went out
considering, considering it's mid-October, almost going towards the end of October. We went out in the sunshine, didn't we?
We did. Went for a walk around town.
Mm.
So this is Ask Angelika, Season 2, Episode 4, and today's topic is, well, do you want to explain what today's topic is?
It's the Kennet and Avon Canal, which runs past Devizes and is a favourite place for us to walk, isn't it?
It is, yes.
But I don't want to say too much about it yet because I'd rather tell you about it in German.
Sounds good. Shall we play the video?
Just play a little bit then, and then we'll talk about it, and then people can see it afterwards.
I'll play a little bit of the video. Okay, so I'm going to show it, and if you're watching, please do go full screen and press play, and I'm going full screen here too. Now the thing is, of course, is you won't hear any sound, but do you want to talk about the pictures we're showing?
Well, no, I don't really want to talk about them. I'll talk about the pictures in a minute.
Oh, right, okay.
I want to tell you about them in German. So I would say let's just talk about them and then we can show them again, because the Kennet and Avon Canal, the bit near Devizes, is unique, and that's really what we want to talk about.
It is totally unique, and I'm going to come back now and take the video from the screen, and I'm going to go and stop it playing. So if you didn't catch the video then, don't worry, we're going to replay the video in its entirety towards the end of the show. So here we are. Now, if you're not familiar with Ask Angelika, Angelika is Ask Angelika, Angelika's German tuition and translation, and we get together fortnightly on BeLive.tv and broadcast, and Angelika puts together some phrases in German. I say them, you say them along with me, and then together we try and translate it, and then we'll move on to the next phrase. So welcome, say hello, welcome to Catherine. Catherine says hello. Say hello, Catherine, nice to see you.
Hello.
And today's first phrase, I'm going to put the German version up first, and then I'm going to try and pronounce it. Der Kennet-und-Avon-Kanal ist ein Narrowboat-Kanal in Südengland. Pronunciation.
Well, just the last word. Do you want to try that one again?
I said Südengland.
That's better.
All right, I got an extra E in there, didn't I?
Exactly. Der Kennet-und-Avon-Kanal ist ein Narrowboat-Kanal in Südengland.
Brilliant. And Catherine's saying, I've always wanted to learn German. Gee, Stephen, where have you been keeping her? Ah. Right. Well, we're actually.
You can tell her later on.
I can tell you later on, yes. Right. So the phrase one is Der Kennet-und-Avon-Kanal ist ein Narrowboat-Kanal in Südengland.
Südengland.
Südengland. I've done it again, haven't I? Okay, right, let's translate that before we actually put the official translation up. Der Kennet-und-Avon-Kanal, the Kennet-and-Avon-Kanal with a C rather than a K, is a narrowboat canal in southern England.
That's it.
So the official translation is?
Exactly what you just said.
Oh, wow. That's a first.
Well, we had a few English words in there to help you, didn't we?
Oh, yes. Okay. And phrase number two, and
which is a third of it, the first third of a sentence.
So it's split into three. So
yeah,
the first third of the, I'm going to get confused if I don't read it out, so I'm going to read it out. Es ist ein 140 Kilometer langer Kanal.
Ja, es ist ein 140 Kilometer, you could have said 140 as well. So es ist ein 140 Kilometer langer Kanal.
It is a 140 kilometer long canal. Okay,
Yeah.
you see how es ist, it is, ein, zwei, drei, counting, ein is one, 140, straightforward once you know the German numbers, and langer is for longer. Okay, so we actually got the translation there. Oh, we've got a bit more here. It's 140 kilometers, but it's 87 miles long. Brilliant. Okay.
Exactly. I thought I'd put that on there as well for anybody who says, how long is 140 kilometers?
It's 87 miles.
Yeah.
Okay. Phrase number 3, because we're still talking about the Kennet and Avon Canal. Der die Flüsse Avon und Kennet verbindet.
Yeah. So we started off with, es ist ein 140 Kilometer langer Kanal, der die Flüsse Avon und Kennet verbindet. And we still have another bit to come.
Okay, good. Well, I'll concentrate on this bit first. Der die Flüsse Avon. So the river Avon, because Flüsse is German for river.
Rivers.
Rivers. Sorry. The Flüsse Avon and Kennet combine.
Yeah. Or it not combine, it connects.
Connects.
It connects the rivers Avon and the river Kennet, and it connects those two.
Right, if you just joined us, thank you. This is Angelika Davey of Ask Angelika and Stephen Healy, and we're talking about the Kennet and Avon Canal, and Angelika has written a sentence in German, and I read it out. Angelika corrects my pronunciation, and then I translate it into English with Angelika's help. Right, so phrase number 4. Oh, that's a long word, Catherine. What am I going to do with that one? Und eine Schifffahrtsverbindung von Bristol nach London bietet. Okay, how did I do?
So, und eine Schifffahrtsverbindung von Bristol nach London bietet. Yeah,
I was glad.
Well, with a long word.
It is. Right, now, from Bristol to London, I can see that. So it goes from Bristol to London. Now, can you break this down for us? Because I'm struggling, Angelika.
Well, Verbindung is a connection or a link, and Schifffahrt is shipping. It's a shipping link.
Right. Okay, a shipping link. It's a shipping link between Bristol and London. That's why it was built to carry goods before railways. You carry the goods from the ports at Bristol into the markets in London. And Catherine's saying she's never, ever in her whole life seen a word with 3 consecutive F's before.
Do you know, I was about to mention that. Even to me, it still looks a bit weird, because when I went to school in Germany, we were always told that you don't have 3 of the same letters. So if we had to write a word like that when I was at school, we would have taken 1 F out and we would have only had 2. And since the spelling reform in 1995, I think it was, they said, no, if a noun ends in 2 of the same letter and the next noun starts with the same, then you have 3. So Schifffahrt consists of 2 nouns. The first one is Schiff, which means boat or ship. Yeah, and that has 2 F's at the end. And Fahrt is your journey, which starts with an F. So now you have these words with 3 F's in there, sometimes 3 E's. I've seen some with 3 L's. And I'm just fascinated by them because they weren't around when I was at school.
So there's a sentence, and translation is, and provides a shipping link from Bristol to London.
Yeah, so the whole sentence was, es ist ein 140 Kilometer langer Kanal, der die Flüsse Avon und Kennet verbindet und eine Schifffahrtsverbindung von Bristol nach London bietet.
You said that perfectly.
I know, years of practice.
I know, years of practice. Right, phrase number 5. And we're talking about the locks. Der Kanal hat 104 Schleusen.
Yeah, you don't need the und in front of the vier. Der Kanal hat 100 or just 104 Schleusen.
So you don't need the und, you just go 104.
Yeah, 104, or you can say 104, but you don't need the und.
Okay. Now I know this to be a fact. This is a canal going from Bristol to London effectively, and it's got 104 locks.
Yeah.
Now, basically, a lock is needed when the canal has to climb a hill, and rather than letting your phone go off, you should actually just switch it off. So I'm going to do that now. Apologies for that to everybody, especially Angelika. Right, so there's 104 locks, and this is what's, well, let's come to this. Tell the story. So phrase 6, I'm going to try. 29 Schleusen sind in der Nähe von Devizes.
Yeah.
Pronunciation, though.
Yeah, no, that's fine. 29 Schleusen sind in der Nähe von Devizes. Right.
So in the area where we live, which is Devizes, the Kennet and Avon Canal passes about half a mile from where we live, and it is famous because it has 29 locks in succession going through Devizes as the the canal goes up a mountain. Well, it's effectively a mountain, right? So 29 locks are near Devizes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Phrase number 7. Davon sind 16 ganzen dicht zusammen. Pronunciation first.
Davon sind 16 ganz dicht zusammen.
Oh, wow. And of those 29 locks around Devizes, 16 of them are close together, and you'll see a photograph of them later. Yeah, so of those 16 are very close together.
Close together. Exactly.
Phrase 7. Oh, here's another word, Catherine. Are you ready for this? Diese Schleusentreppe heißt die Caen Hill locks. Pronunciation first.
Nice bit of English in there again, isn't it? Diese Schleusentreppe heißt die Caen Hill. Now I get the English one wrong. Heißt die Caen Hill locks.
Diese Schleusentreppe heißt die Caen Hill locks. Right. Okay. So if you want to translate that, you can. But Schleusentreppe is a step, isn't it?
Well, Treppe is actually a staircase.
Staircase. So the locks.
Of course, it's not a staircase, is it?
No, the lock staircase, but that wouldn't be right, would it? So
no, we call it the flight of locks.
This flight of locks. And Catherine is saying that we have locks here as well on the Ohio River near Moscow, Ohio. So you know what we're talking about, which is good.
But do you have 16 altogether?
Yep. I mean, it is the most number of locks together on any canal in the UK.
I think in Europe, possibly in the world, the closest, those 16. I think that's unique worldwide.
Dicht and Welt.
I think it is. I'm not 100% sure, but I mean there are lots of locks everywhere else. Yes, but I think that those 16. I think that's only in Devizes.
Oh, right. Okay. Wenn Sie Glück haben, können Sie beobachten.
Yeah.
Pronunciation first.
Wenn Sie Glück haben, können Sie beobachten. And that's the first half. We'll have a little bit more in a minute.
Right. Okay. Now, you know when I put this together, you send me the sentences and I put the numbers on them and then I copy them. And I copy the German and then underneath I put the English. Well, I've got 2 copies of the German sentence here. I forgot. So, hello, Kelly. Kelly's watching, kind of learning, but then I have enough time with English, or enough time with English. My last name is German. My grandfather on my dad's side, German.
I did wonder about that when I saw the name.
Well, we've had various ways of pronouncing it, and I do know the correct pronunciation, but we'll just call you Kelly for the moment. Right. So back to the phrase, wenn Sie Glück haben, können Sie beobachten.
Beobachten.
When you're happy?
Well, literally when you have luck, but we would say if you're lucky.
If you're lucky,
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally lost. Beobachten.
Beobachten is to watch.
Beobachten.
So if you're lucky, you can watch.
If you're lucky, you can watch. And our final sentence for today. Wie den Narrowboats sich durch die Schleusen navigieren.
Mhm. Wie die Narrowboats sich durch die Schleusen navigieren.
And that translates as how the narrowboats navigate through the locks.
That was nice and easy, wasn't it?
It was after everything. And Catherine is saying a quick wiki translation of the river was completed. The river was completed in 1929 with 50 locks and dam structures, later replaced by a high-rise system of 20 dams. 9 locks and dams are still in operation today. Right. Okay. Now we have a grand tour of the locks, and I'm just going to share screen. If you want to go full screen, then please do so, and we'll play a short video which we might talk over. So I'm going to take it back to the beginning and press play. There is no sound, so you can just hear the two of us. This is half a mile, as I said, from our house, and this is sort of the history of the canal and how it came about. Of course, it was built to go between Bristol and London and to carry goods from the ships that came in from the United States and carried the goods to London. This is way before we had cargo containers. The canal travels to the right-hand side of this, but what they've done is they built holding pools, which are in summer, birds flock there, and this is one of the paths that goes between the holding ponds, and we are going to walk it, and I'm going to be quiet.
It's a lovely walk. The canal, when people didn't use the boats anymore, when the trains came and then later on the lorries, the canal got completely neglected and the locks looked in a terrible state, and until people started to restore them. And in 1990, I can't remember now, that they were officially reopened by the Queen. And since then, it's a tourist magnet. I mean, people go through with their boats. It takes quite a while to get through all those 16 locks in one go, and you can then buy T-shirt. I survived the locks, or I survived the Caen Hill locks, I think it says.
Yeah.
But it's also an absolutely lovely walk to walk along the locks. Actually, it is. I mean, walk along the canal, really, isn't it?
It's true. Walk along the canal side. You could technically walk straight from Bristol on the west coast through to London, and part of that would be on the Kennet and Avon Canal. We tend to use it for, well, on a Sunday, just to go out for a walk, and at the top of the locks is a little cafe, which is where you can actually stop and have a coffee and possibly a cake. But when we do, we have an annual event which goes from Avebury to Stonehenge, which is a 26-mile walk, which we take part in, and we use this as part of our training. We will walk for 5 miles on the canal to a local hostelry where we would have something to eat, and then walk back again. So we can easily do 10 miles there and back on the canal. But this is the actual coming up the canal. I'll be quiet.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll just read those German sentences again.
Okay.
Der Kennet-und-Avon-Kanal ist ein Narrowboat-Kanal in Südengland. Es ist ein 140 Kilometer langer Kanal, der die Flüsse Avon und Kennet verbindet und eine Schifffahrtsverbindung von Bristol nach London bietet. Der Kanal hat 104 Schleusen. 29 Schleusen sind in der Nähe von Devizes. Davon sind 16 ganz dicht zusammen. Diese Schleusentreppe heißt die Caen Hill Locks. Wenn Sie Glück haben, können Sie beobachten, wie die Narrowboats sich durch die Schleusen navigieren. There we are.
There we are. Beautiful. I mean, you're out in the countryside, but you're only half a mile away from the town centre. and it's a great place to actually exercise and just enjoy the countryside. And that is the cafe I spoke about earlier. And on a sunny day, you can sit outside. The whole canal is part of a network throughout Britain, and there are people who actually live on the canal in their narrow boats all year round and are moored at set places along the canal. So that's our video. I'm going to stop screen sharing. We should bring you back to myself and Angelika. So, das war der Kennet-und-Avon-Kanal. Yeah?
Yeah, richtig.
Right. Would you like to close the show, Angelika? Oh, wait a minute. I've got some questions. Right. Okay. Let's just catch up.
Okay.
Right. And then Kelly says the Lawrence River between Iroquois, Ontario and Montreal, Quebec has a series of 7 locks. Catherine is saying it's so peaceful and lovely.
It is.
And the engineering that took place to actually create the locks is totally amazing, Catherine. I agree. And Linda is saying canals are a marvel. And Kelly's saying nice view. I'd just like to introduce you to the photographer. Okay, Angelika shot all the video and the photos that you actually saw. So this is a home production. And Kelly is saying like going up the river without a paddle. Truly. And Linda, thank you. Linda is saying England is so pretty. Thank you for that.
It certainly is.
So we're then jamming about locks.
Yeah.
Well, the basic, you tell them how you choose a topic each week.
Well, at the moment, in this season, I thought it would be quite nice to show some bits where we are, because, well, we probably can't really go around all in England, but in Wiltshire, there are so many really lovely places that we've been exploring in the last few years. And I thought it would be a nice idea just to show that. But as it's Ask Angelika and I teach German, I thought we combine that with learning about these places while speaking German at the same time. And he's disappeared.
And we don't very often do this, but just to prove that from Angelika und Steven, auf Wiedersehen, bis später. Okay, don't use close now. That was good. I enjoyed doing that.
Okay, he's going back to his room now, to his office, the whole miles and miles and miles. And
right, I'm back. Okay, the sound's probably distorted. Just give me a second. Right, okay. We enjoy doing this, as you can tell, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks' time.
So that's at 9 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. in the UK, every other Friday. And we thought you'd appreciate that, Kelly. And Kelly, Linda, Catherine, thank you for joining us today. Take care. Have a great weekend. And we look forward to seeing you all again soon. And Linda is saying, bis bald. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen und tschüss.
Auf Wiedersehen und tschüss.